Non-vegan? War? Oh, no sweat. They only just make our world more and more dangerous to live in. So, even the moon runs away. The earth stops spinning. The sun is broken almost into pieces, with some giant holes, one ripped in its middle 20 times bigger than our planet. What's the problem? Oh, it just might fall to Earth. Why? The answer might come too late for you. And for all of us.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
6 verifiable
Committed
lies.
plagiarism when he was in law school.
It is worse than misleading.
Mental filth, my physical as well as my mental fitness.
The king shall false promise make, and talk just for talking's sake.
Please watch on for Prophecy Part 242, Prophecies by the English soothsayer Mother Shipton.
My name on this building will tell people that Sam Simon knew animals were not here for us to eat. They were not here for us to wear. They were not here to entertain us or perform meaningless medical experiments on. And they were not here for us to use anyway. They'll say, Sam Simon knew. A dog is a pig, is a rat, is a wolf.
Sam Simon, vegan.
Glad tidings, gracious viewers. I am Alina, a practitioner of herbal medicine with knowledge of the natural world that has been passed down through generations. The wise people of the United Kingdom admire your courage and commitment to achieving a peaceful vegan world. May the restorative power of nature bless you with vitality of body, mind and spirit. Throughout the history of mankind, the divine messages are often shrouded in mystery. Prophets, messiahs, or whichever names you call them, are often persecuted and oppressed, their words obscured. But how do we distinguish the true from the false? To do so, one can only rely on the divine's guidance, and the truth will reveal itself to those who earnestly seek it. In this episode, we will continue to review the words of prophetess Mother Shipton, who noted that it will be obvious when the time of judgment is upon us.
The king shall false promise make, and talk just for talking's sake.
This prophecy suggests that a leader will make untrue promises and will engage in excessive and meaningless talk without actually taking any action or producing any results. This could refer to leaders who are more interested in empty promises than in addressing the real problems of the people they are supposed to serve. One such leader who fits this description is Joe Biden from the United States. As a world power, many of the decisions made within the United States have a vast effect on other countries around the world. So we can see how important it is to have a good president for America who is dedicated to peace. But sadly, Joe Biden is well known for his habitual lies during his entire political career. The false claims he made about his life and accomplishments created an implied promise of leadership capabilities that he couldn't deliver. Today, we will present only some of the seemingly endless list of his untruthful claims.
There are not too many politicians or even just regular human beings, for that matter, who deliberately and repeatedly tell the sort of bold-faced lies that can be immediately debunked. But that's what Joe Biden has done throughout his political career. For 50 years, he has repeated verifiable lies over and over again. And yet, he has been elevated to the most powerful office in the world.
Joe Biden, I think, today is actively dishonest.
Joe Biden has a habit of making things up.
And let's talk a little bit about Joe's penchant for lying. We call this natural-born liar. And he is. It's right there. He's been doing it his entire career.
The promises, the pledges, the things to make a difference. 100 days in, Joe Biden has failed to deliver in a few key areas.
Well, 2 and a bit years in, are the lies of Joe Biden finally starting to catch up with him?
Some samples of Biden's false claims and promises. Personal matters. Number 1, his law school grades.
When Biden was a senator, he boasted about his academic achievements, which proved not to be true.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed.
Number 2, plagiarizing other politicians' speeches.
When he ran for presidential candidate in 1988, his speeches copied other famous leaders, including former President John F. Kennedy's famous address, without citing the source. Parts of a speech were also taken from a UK Labour Party leader. This meant that Mr. Biden had to consciously lie about himself and his wife while delivering the speech. His plagiarism became a scandal, and he stepped down from the presidential race at that time.
But this standard is not a measure of how we can evaluate the condition of our society. It cannot measure the health of our children. the quality of our education, the joy of their play.
Yet the gross national product does not allow for the health of our children, the quality of their education, or the joy of their play.
Let us pledge that our generation of Americans will pay any price, bear any burden, accept any challenge, and meet any hardship to secure the blessings of prosperity and the promise of opportunity for our children. We shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
And I started thinking as I was coming over here, why is it that Joe Biden is the first in his family ever to go to a university?
Why am I the first Kinnick in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
Why is it that my wife, who's sitting out there in the audience, is the first in her family to ever go to college?
Why is Glenys the first woman in her family in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
No, it's not because they weren't as smart. It's not because they didn't work as hard. It's because they didn't have a platform upon which to stand.
Does anybody really think that they didn't get what we had because they didn't have the talent or the strength or the endurance or the commitment? Of course not. It was because there was no platform upon which they could stand.
These clips are devastating. He looks like a Joe Biden wind-up doll with somebody else's words coming out.
If they're going to do things that are stupid as well as immoral, then they're probably too dumb to have the job of president.
Number 3. The Nelson Mandela arrest.
Biden also made the false claim that he was arrested while trying to meet with Nelson Mandela, and that Mr. Mandela later thanked him for getting arrested.
I had the great honor of being arrested with our UN ambassador on the streets of Soweto trying to get to see him on Robbins Island.
Except it's a lie.
When I said arrested, I meant I was not able to move. Cops would not let me go. I wasn't arrested.
Political matters. The rigged election.
Only a small fraction of the evidence supporting a rigged 2020 US election is able to be presented here. By November 13, 2020, the Trump campaign had over 234 sworn affidavits from witnesses who reported vote fraud. On the day of the 2020 US presidential election, many people went to sleep that night after witnessing President Trump leading in most states. But in the morning, they woke up to a surprise.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Etc.
Our most beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, shared her precious insight conveyed by heavens about this election fraud.
Master, how come there is widespread fraud in this election? President Trump, his supporters, and Republican Party members think he was robbed of his winning of the election. Could Master tell us more about that, please?
It's not difficult, sadly, but it's nobody's fault, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to blame the Democrat people. It is a fraud, no doubt, but it's nobody's fault. It is these demons, we call them zealous demons, still left. I told you long ago that I didn't take them all off yet. I did take 30 more lately, okay? But it's kind of late. They hang around these people. And then I pushed, or I wrote it somewhere in my diary, just a moment.
Yes, Master.
It goes like this. It's from the original universe protectors, okay? Mine. I had two messages. First one, it says, Trump won with flying colors.
Wow.
But zealous demons pushed workers to fraud. Exactly, no more, no less words. That's what it is.
Even with all said and done, we still remember what Master said, that we cannot just blame any individual for the chaos in this world. The gigantic, huge collective karma of all humans is to blame. So be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, are the solution to save ourselves from all mishaps.
You cannot always blame any bad leaders. We, the society, have to also introspect our behavior, our way of life. If our way of life is peaceful, non-violent, benevolent or not, living according to God's commandments, God's will or not.
Yes, Master.
Whether or not we treat others as we treat ourselves, treat all creations of God as we want to be treated ourselves.
Yes, Master.
Humans had to change. I told you many times already. Just have to live according to God's commandments, according to love, peace, and harmony.
Yes, Master.
Very simple. Just be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. That's it?
Yes, that's right.
Is that a lot to ask?
No.
Yeah, that's it, okay? If they do like that, even bad leaders cannot do bad things.
Right.
And good leaders will emerge and will be recognized.
Yes, Master.
We will feature more about the 2020 election fraud and Biden's broken promises in our next episode.
Don't be vegan, because cancer is what you love. No?
Adventurous viewers, thank you for joining us today. Please tune in again next week as we continue our exploration of the mysticism of the notable figure Mother Shipton. Coming up next is influential Zen master Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh, vegan, peace activist and poet, part 2 of 2, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. May your daily meditations fill your days with contentment and peace.
Warning: sensitive images.
How many copies of this world-shaken image would satisfy your wicked heart? Ah, why bother? It's more original and easier to multiply it by war. That's why you want peace.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Russia, leave Ukraine or your reign now. Peace be with you too.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AP.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AP.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/AP.
我们的节目提供多种语言，请看 suprememastertv.com/schedule 和 suprememastertv.com/AP。